Piggy, we're camping again.
I'm Diane, and I'm a weirdo who talks to a stuffed pig and loves to camp. Today, we're going to the cheapest, not crappy campground near Tahoe, or so I thought, where things get weird and scary after dark.
Hey, this is Goose Meadows campground. It is $22 a night. Pit toilets. Not sure if there's water. And if you reserve, there is an $8 reservation fee, which I paid because it's the only way to guarantee a spot in the summertime here in Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe receives 15 million visits annually, according to the Tahoe Fund, many of those in the summer. They stay in hotels, motels, houses, cabins, condos, casinos, and campgrounds.
Table. And what I didn't realize is how close the campsite next door is.
Lake Tahoe and the surrounding national lands are about 1/3 the size of Yosemite National Park, but have more than twice as many annual visitors, according to the 2023 Lake Tahoe Stewardship Plan. If the Lake Tahoe Basin Management Unit was a national park, it would be the second most visited in the entire park system. But for the 71,000 residents who live at the lake bearing the brunt of this over-tourism, if you were hoping for some kind of quota system like what they have at Yosemite, chances are it's not happening. Yosemite is a national park. There's one jurisdiction controlling the comings and goings of everyone. For Tahoe, this just isn't possible. 70% of residents in a 2022 survey said that the impact of tourism was negative, citing litter, crowds, congestion, and risks of wildfires, habitat degradation, and detrimental wildlife encounters as some of their top concerns.
Clean, smells nice, impressive.
All that said, estimated direct spending from tourism in the Tahoe Basin in 2022 was $4.5 billion.
All right, so the Truckee River is down there. We'll have to find some kind of trail to it later.
Ultimately being recirculated several times over in the local economy, spurring nearly $10 billion in total spending. But for the moment, you can still sometimes snag a decent campground near Tahoe 1 week out in the summer for $30. But it will come with some compromises, as you will soon see.
So good. Time to relax. So there's 3 campsites in this area along the Truckee River, and I would say this one is probably 5 to 7 minutes from the I-80 exit. The one I passed before was Granite Bay, and that one is right on the highway. Like, if you're not on the river, even the ones near the river are near the highway, but if you're on the other side, literally the cars are right next to you. And then there's one ahead, I think it's called Silver Creek, and it also is very close to the highway like Granite Bay is. This one I picked because it's set further back, and I thought, okay, maybe I won't hear it so much, but yeah, you can hear the highway. I think at night, I'm guessing the traffic's gonna die down and it won't be as bad, I hope, but that's the price of cheap.
So I was keeping a close eye on these little guys because in the lost footage you haven't seen from last Labor Day, I actually had little ground squirrels like this jumping up into my car. So camp was set up. I'd hung out in the hammock for a while with a beer, which is always job one. So then I thought I would go exploring down to the river to see what's what.
I am not in the right shoes for this.
Let me just say this was a lot steeper than it looks on camera.
I got a beer in one hand, I got the camera in the other. This is super steep. My shoes are all wrong. Let's see if I can get down this thing without falling on my bum. Here we go. Sliding. Oh my gosh. Way to break in these sandals. Ah. I did think they were too white anyway. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes. There's the river. And there's like a whole trail all the way along. Very cool.
This was a great find on a hot day.
Oh, how pretty. So nice. Oh, and it looks like there's a trail back here. So maybe I can go back this way. But let's explore. I need to find a nice place to sit by the river where I can drink my beer. Maybe down there, I don't know. Alright, this looks easy and nice. Going through the flat rock there. Tragedy. I spilled a drop of beer. Meh.
So far, for $22 plus that $8 reservation fee, this was looking pretty good.
One thing's for certain, you cannot hear the cars down here. It's just the water and the stellar jays.
So despite all the crowds in Tahoe, I had found a private little getaway with no one else around, and it was a perfect little break in the day before it was time to get ready for dinner and my very special guest. And then there were the uninvited guests, but we'll get to that later.
Now the trail gets smaller. This is the end of the line. Private property. All right, we shall go no further. Okay, so we are leaving the river trail. We're gonna go up this way. Sunday afternoon is a good time to be here because a lot of people have checked out for the weekend, so we can see what's what without disturbing people. Oh my gosh, look at that pop top over there. That is pretty cool. Of course, these are all reserved. They're probably still on their way. Site 19. Very nice. Right by the river. Here's Site 18 next door, but oh, you can hear the traffic. You can hear the river and the traffic. And the stellar jays. Bear aware. And here we go, back to Carmen in our little camp. So we've got our little table set up. We've got a fire pit ready. Ted is coming for dinner tonight because I'm so close to home. And my little oasis over there. Piggy's doing great. He's just happy to be not trapped in the car.
This little guy was super cute, and it's nice to see him eating actual squirrel food instead of potato chips, crumbs, or whatever campers leave behind. Ah, the fat wood returns, and it's going to make a huge mess once again. Will I ever learn? First of all, I'm not much of an outdoor cook. And second of all, I'm not much of a cook. I just want to say the chicken is not burnt, it's simply charred. So I found this preparation method for the corn on the cob online, and the trick is to open the husks, butter, salt and pepper it, put the husk back on, wrap it up, and roast it this way to keep more of the flavors in, and it worked pretty well.
Here's Teddy coming for dinner.
34 years of marriage.
There's my cutie.
He's more of a cruise ship guy than a camper. But I love him just the same.
What are you doing?
I'm just, you know, B-roll. There you go, cutie.
Wow.
Excited. So excited.
How much longer, Keith? This is really good burning.
You know you like yours cooked.
Not burnt.
It's not burnt. It's just charred.
It's a cinder block. Crusty. You're such a good cook, Kate.
Thank you.
Reason I married you.
I know.
By the way, we had 2 bars of cell service here, so that was a real win for keeping the hubby entertained. And only 7 minutes to 7-Eleven.
Here comes the treats. What'd you get?
You'll see when you get here.
Well, come eat it by the fire. Oh, Ben and Jerry's. What?
I'll open it here. Do you have any metal spoons I have?
Do I have metal spoons? Yes.
Oh, my God. No drumstick.
Yeah.
None of that. So the whole, you know, freezer chest with all the ice cream,
It's empty.
empty.
Little did I know how scary things were about to get.
Bye, cutie.
It got so freaky, I didn't even film it.
So as I was sitting around the campfire, there was some commotion in the woods nearby, and I turned on my headlamp, and I swear I saw some eyes out there, and then some bears went into the camp next door, and the people who are tent camping, they started clanging around, making noise. And the bears were like, it sounded like they were going up a tree or scrambling on a tree. And then there was like the grunting, and, you know, the people just kept making noise. And then the guy across the way turned on his truck and shined a light on them. And so I was just scurrying real quick to just clean up anything around camp. I made sure that the bear box was locked up, and oh my gosh, yeah, I had my air horn ready to scare the bear if it came into my camp. It was quite the commotion. It's pretty common for bears to cruise through these campgrounds at night looking for easy food. Got settled into the car a little earlier than expected. It's getting close to 10 o'clock though, so it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to be sleeping in a hard-sided car, but then I woke up to this.
Is that a chainsaw? It's 5:48. Is that a wood chipper?
Indeed it was. So much for my nice, peaceful morning.
Piggy, I don't know about that one.
I liked it.
Wow. I am really glad that I didn't wait all year to go on vacation to go camping in that spot. I mean, if it's the only way you can be close to Tahoe and keep it affordable and or get a spot even if you didn't plan ahead, then sure, yeah. I'm sure they don't go out there every morning and saw trees and chip them. I just happened to pick the morning that they did. Didn't even stay for coffee. Just wanted to get the heck out of there. Boy, backpacking is looking better and better the I do these car campsites. Anyway, let's go find some coffee. So was it really the cheapest, not crappy place near Tahoe? I'm going to say yes for now, but explore other options. Okay, Piggy, on to the next adventure.
Yeah.